And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, it's the first of two here on this Monday night, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Eagle defense. Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Mayfield. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have it here just past the 25. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the option to give to Swift here. Taken down at the 30. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Buying time to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Jackson going to change things up a bit. To throw is Jackson. To throw on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. The Buccaneers hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First down, Mayfield. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, and we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Hey. Let's go.
Here's Jackson to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll send Landry in motion right.
Hey, middle.
Throwing is Jackson. Smith catches left side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
180.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And this one complete to Smith. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Here's Jackson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. A second down throw for Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Great field position at the 41-yard line. Jackson on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now Jackson on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 27 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. And a deep touchdown pass there, every quarterback's dream.
Every quarterback's dream, and let's face it, it's our dream too, isn't it? Do we not have fun when we see that long pass arcing downfield with a chance for a touchdown? What a tremendous throw.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
There's so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a give up the middle. This is White. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As
with
we
both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime.
Coachman, ready
the
with
defenses
REA
are definitely in need
report.
of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
180.
Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Regular. Real.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Mayfield. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert! What's up?
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your...
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey, alert! What's up?
To throw, Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's on his way. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Here's a quick throw right side. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Shaquille Barrett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson now. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6.
Kings. Opposite. What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They run straight ahead here with White, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Point it right. What's that?
They stay on the ground with White. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Pistol. Alert.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Smith. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, report.
Now it's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, 47 yards. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Through the middle of the field, off to the races, inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once again, it's Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
On 2nd down, Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Here's Baker. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now first and goal.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Regular, regular, regular.
Here's White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rachaad White, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll come up first and 10 here.
Yo. 13. 180.
Jackson. And that's complete to Brown. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Throwing, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. Jackson to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they take a knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going.